high five your neighbor, say hi to your neighbor, but you can give them a wink or a smile or a nod, whatever. Just show your love and your affection for each other. My name is Cooper. I was just asked to be the master of ceremonies, and that is why this is not a great speech. I just finished, or hopefully will finish, the one-year program in ancient philology. I haven't submitted everything yet, so it's to be determined. But if we ask Christoph very nicely, he may allow me to complete the program. With that, Christoph, what title do you want to be introduced as?
Christoph is going to talk to you.
The wise, the powerful, the founding father of Polis, the man himself, Christoph Rico. Welcome.
Thank you. So to follow, thank you everybody for coming today, despite of the difficulties that Cooper has just mentioned. To follow a tradition, already 5 years old tradition, there is always a speech that tries as much as possible to revolve around the 3 or the 4 languages that are mainly taught at Polis. I have to apologize from the very beginning because my Arabic being poor, especially written, I haven't had the possibility of compiling proverbs about friendship in Arabic. But there is one very powerful proverb in Arabic with which I will start. As-sadiq and ad-diq. The friend, you find him or her in the difficulties. There is the story of Pythias and Damon. There were 2 friends in Syracuse, in Sicily, in the 5th century BC. And they were disciples of Pythagoras. And because Pythias was condemned to death, he was accused of being plotting against the dictator there, the tyrant. And he knew he had to die. He was going to be executed. But he wanted to see just the last time his family. So he asked his best friend, Damon, to take his place until he comes back. And Damon was his best friend, so he decided to stay, knowing that if his friend didn't go back, Damon would be executed instead of him. So imagine. So Pythias goes and sees his family for the last time, and he tries to come back. And there is a tremendous storm in the sea while he's coming back, and then there are pirates who attack them. So he dives into the sea, he goes to the coast, and he walks as soon as he can, as fast as he can, and he arrives just in time when they're about to put Damon to death. And then the dictator who saw that said, I am really astonished. Could I become the 3rd friend of these team? And of course, none of them was condemned to death. This story has been told by many people in antiquity. Aristoxenus, Cicero in his Diophices, Diodorus of Sicily, and Valerius Maximus, among others. Aristotle, in his Nicomachean Ethics, says that friendship is not only necessary, but it is also a noble thing. And it is, for we praise those who love their friends, and it is thought to be a fine thing to have many friends. Polyphilia in Greek. And again, we think it is the same people that are good men and are friends. It's very important to see how Aristotle puts in relationship friendship with virtue, with the fact of being good. And Cicero in his De Amicitia, so he has a full book on friendship, he says, what is sweeter than to have someone with whom you may dare discuss anything as if you were communing with yourself? Sic loqui ut tecum. How could your enjoyment in times of prosperity be so great if you did not have someone whose joy in them would be equal to your own, aeque actu ipse gauderet. If we go on with the wisdom of antiquity and of pastime, we have Ibn Gavirol, who said, En nekev amachat tsar l'shne ohavim, ve'en rochav ha'olam mechil shne sonim. Neither the eye of the needle is too narrow for two friends, nor the vastness of the world large enough for two enemies. So what is friendship? We have a very beautiful definition in the De Amicitia of Cicero. Est anima amicitia nihil aliud nisi omnium divinarum humanarum coererum cum benevolentia et caritate consensio. For friendship is nothing else than an accord in all things human and divine, conjoined with mutual goodwill and affection. What a beautiful definition. What a beautiful definition. So, this community of this accord in all things human and divine, this is friendship. And ancient philosophers went on to describe the kinds of friendship. You have first, friendship because of interest. As Aristotle says, diato chresimon, like a seller towards his client. Come here, my friend. A prize for you, special prize because you are my friend. So this is friendship because of interest. There is friendship because of pleasure, diedonen, which fails the first test. So if there is a kind of short-time interest, there is friendship. And as soon as there is not, there is a kind of test, friendship goes away. And then there is the virtue of friendship. Aristotle says, diamenei haute hefilia heosanagatoiosin. This kind of friendship goes on as long as people are good. So he was really stressing the fact that friendship has a basis on virtue. Two people who practice virtue are more to be expected to be friends. And this is why there is this link between friendship and virtue. For friendship is a virtue or involves virtue. And also, it is one of the most indispensable requirements of life, for no one would choose to live without friends, but possessing all other good things. Another point that was time and again stressed by ancient thinkers and philosophers was the gratuity of friendship. Friendship is not something that is given for something. It's just gratuitous. I mean, it's just for free. There is a free character in friendship. As Cicero said, yet in friendship there is nothing false, nothing pretended. Whatever there is genuine and comes of its own accord. I have to say that I have based my quotations mainly in Cicero and in Aristotle. There are many other philosophers in antiquity who have talked about friendship. It was a central topic, and sometimes I feel like today it's not anymore a central topic in reflection. And we have a lot to learn about antiquity from that point of view. So, for instance, I've been reading recently the Memorabilia of Xenophon. The second book of the Memorabilia is all about friendship. It's a fantastic book with very beautiful anecdotes of Socrates talking about friendship to his disciples. In the Avot de Rabbi Natan, we read that if one gives his friend the most beautiful gift in the world with a sore face, it is as if he hasn't given him a thing. Keilu lo natan lo klum. But if one welcomes his friend with a smile on his face, even if he doesn't give him anything, it is as if he gave him the most beautiful gift in the world. Kol matanot tovot shebaolam. Another point that was underlined by ancient philosophers was the universality of friendship. The fact that friendship reaches to all domains in life. Diogenes Laertius says that Aristotle, to the query, what is a friend, would say, a single soul dwelling in two bodies. Mia psyche, dios somasin enoikousa. And Cicero has this incredible definition. Verus amicus est tanquam alter idem. A true friend is like another myself. So the friendship is so strong that a friend is like another me. What are the consequences that ancient philosophers would put in friendship? First, trust. For in friendship, unless, as the saying is, you behold and show an open heart, you can have no loyalty or certainty, and not even the satisfaction of loving and of being loved, since you do not know what true love is. In the book of Ben Sirach, which is it is not part of the Hebrew Bible, but it is part in all the Oriental churches and also in the Catholic Church, it is part of the Old Testament. And it was initially written in Hebrew. We have lost the Hebrew source, but we have recovered it. 2/3 of that book have been recovered in the Hebrew source, mainly thanks to the Gniza of Cairo. And there, so I have quoted only for this passage, I only have the Greek translation, the Septuagint. Love your friend and keep faith with him. But if you betray his secrets, do not follow after him. And the Apocalypse est a mysteria autu. Ume katadioxes opiso autu. For as a person destroys his enemy, so you have destroyed the friendship of your neighbor. Apoles astem filiam tu plesir. The second consequence is paresia, the ability of being able to say everything to your friend. Even if something hurts, even if something is difficult to listen, but precisely because we have this friendship. As therefore it is characteristic of true friendship, both to give and to receive advice.